Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So today I'm going to be reviewing this film called Die Like a Man. Die Like a Man is directed and written by Eric Nazarian, and this is my first time ever checking out anything of Eric Nazarian. So, I just want to give you guys a quick synopsis of what this film is about. So it's a coming of age story. It's a modern day coming of age story who follows Freddy, a 17-year-old kid who is given a gun and asked to prove himself to the gang leader Solo, and he's played by Corey Hardrick. I thought that the dynamic between the two of them is really good. This has aspects of Baby Boy, Boys in the Hood, and a touch of Bronx Steel, but it's set in Cali. The dynamic between Freddy and Solo is really good when Solo is trying to teach him him to be a man while also trying to make him into the gangster that he wants him to be. You can feel the struggle that is going on with Freddy, where he wants to be a gang, be in this gang, but at the same time, he wants a normal life outside of the gang, and he's trying to find his footing and stuff. You can't be halfway in and halfway out. You can't be a half a gangster and not be a gangster at all. Either you're a gangster or you're not a gangster. And you can definitely feel that struggle between Freddy all the way through this whole entire movie of him trying to find who he is within his own self because he doesn't know who he is and or anything like that. So you actually have that inner struggle through this whole entire thing. And then there's a moment in the film. Now, this is where I was telling you guys about the fact that it has a little bit of that baby boy feel to it because there's a moment in the film where Freddie's mom's boyfriend, Sam, played by Frankie Loyal, where Sam is trying to be there for Freddie. And I really love the scenes with them in it because you feel like this is the perfect father figure for Freddie because he doesn't have any father figures in his life other than Solo. And Solo is not the best father figure at all. There's a scene where basically you have the boyfriend trying to cover for Freddie because he's stealing some money out of his mother's drawer, and she's like, "Well, how much did you get, kid?" He goes, "I got enough," and he's like, "Here." He winds up covering for Freddie. He winds up giving him the money that he took from his mom out of his own wallet to cover for him. I think this is actually to prove to Freddie that I know what you're doing and what you're doing is wrong, but I'm here for you. I want to be a father figure, just as Tyrese and the boyfriend never got along at all. But there was that little bit of respect towards the end of it, where something winds up happening in Baby Boy, where the boyfriend winds up taking the gun and wiping the fingerprints off the gun and covering for Tyrese's character. This is very reminiscent to that in a sense, but they give us a lot more detail with Baby Boy versus this film. But I think the little subtleness of this film is enough for me to be sold on the fact that you have this guy who's trying to be there for Freddy and trying to be not a stepfather yet to him or anything, but just trying to be there in his life as a father figure. But another thing too is there's this other thing too where Freddy goes, "Well, why do you hate yourself?" Because I hate myself for the things that I've done in my past. So therefore, hitting my own self is better than hitting the wall or hitting someone else. So you have men who are still trying to figure stuff out within their own lives and trying to figure out who they are. So you have that little bit of a balance between the two of them where they actually understand each other, which I thought that was really good. Then you also have the chemistry between Luna is really good as well. You can tell that she really loves Freddy and cares about him and giving him advice, just as his mom's also giving him advice too. Because the mother winds up saying, "Hey, Freddy, you got to choose between me or the streets." He winds up choosing the streets, and his girlfriend's like, "What the hell are you doing? This is wrong. Where are you going to sleep at?" "Oh, I'm going to sleep near the creek." "Okay, how are you going to take a bath in the creek?" And it's a 17-year-old kid that is not even thinking logically or anything like that. He just is out on the streets, living out on the streets, no job, no one to take care of him or anything. So he's out there living his own life out in the streets, and he's not. And you actually have a character like Luna, his girlfriend, that's trying to say, "Hey, look, moron, what are you doing? You don't have anywhere else to go." So I like that whole entire thing of the girls trying to be there for him too, just as the parents are, and trying to talk some sense into him. Then you have Freddie's mother, who only wants the best for him, doesn't want him to go down the same road as his father. Does a good job of telling Freddie to respect his mom. and to make things right. So there's that little thing that I was mentioning with the Bronx Tale, where you have Sonny trying to influence Collateral or C. That's actually the nickname that was on the Bronx Tale. But you have Sonny that's trying to mentor to see, hey, look, you need to have street smarts, but you also need to have an education as well. You can't just have all street smarts and no book smarts, or vice versa. So that's basically how I looked at it from that end of the spectrum when I looked at Solo. And then there's also this other thing he does that Freddy does to try and prove himself. He winds up shooting someone named Boxer, and and this little small part of the comedy aspect of it, I laughed at. Man, you killed somebody and you want some fucking Doritos, man. So I thought that part of the comedy worked. As far as the other comedy and stuff like that, I couldn't really tell that there was any other comedic stuff within this movie or anything like that, or any type of comedy. But this is more like a drama. It's kind of a slow paced film. I'm okay with slow paced movies as long as the payoff's good at the end of the movie. But for this one, I have to say I enjoyed it for what it is, but the payoff and everything towards the end of it, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but still, there was something there to where you knew where this character was going from the very beginning. So that was something that I have to say is, at least towards the end of it, the character does wind up being at the place that he's supposed to be at by the end of this movie, within that inner struggle of him trying to choose if he wants to be a gangster or not a gangster. The 1950s music that's been used in this film is perfect placement. I love the 1950s vibe of this. It has that doo-wop kind of feel to it, kind of like a Bronx Tale, like I mentioned, but still, I love the 1950s look of the music being set into this thing as well. But yeah, I thought Solo was really good. I thought that the mother and boyfriend dynamic was good. The girlfriend dynamic worked for me. But if you do happen to see this, I would definitely check it out. I mean, it's a good time. I would actually recommend someone just to check it out one time. And yes, it is a low budget film, and I love low budget movies because of the fact that it gives room for more directors to be able to breathe and look at their work and be able to do more stuff later on in the future as well. But the cinematography was really good as well. I really liked the shots that they did in Los Angeles. I really did feel like I was on the streets of Los Angeles with Freddy and witnessing everything that Freddy is doing in his lenses. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. I hope that everyone enjoyed this review. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe button, all that other good stuff here. And always until next time, guys, have a great and safe day, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.